Hello and welcome to another video. We're going to do a beautiful Christmas design set. We're going to use Have Strength from Natalie. It is from their Beautiful Minds collection that they brought out last year, I believe. It's a beautiful, beautiful purple. Then we're going in with Blackberry Sparkle, which is just gorgeous. You're going to hear me saying that with any of these. I love Natalie. I'm not sponsored, not affiliated. I just love using their products. So I've put on their first layer and put them in the lamp and cured them for 30 seconds. And now I'm going in again with the second coat. Put that in the lamp and cure for 30 seconds. I hope you're all well. I'm doing okay. Fed up of this lockdown. So I'm going in with base coat and I'm just sort of evening out that glitter because not that it is, but I'm just making sure. And just look at that sparkle, absolutely stunning. Then I'm going in with Velvet Matte Top Coat and I'm going to cure it for 30 seconds. So I'm just creating a smooth, clean surface for me to create my artwork. So now we're going in with beige nude, white, light pink and red from the Natalie 4D sculptor gels. These are fantastic for anybody that doesn't like working with acrylic or can't work with acrylic. This is the same sort of thing, but you've got no curing time until you put it in the lamp. Absolutely fantastic. Using my spatula brush and my gel art brush, which is my new best friend, my dotting tool, and I'm going to take a blob, just a tiny blob, to create the little elf's face. We're going to create a lady elf. I don't know why she's a lady elf, I just thought she was a lady elf. So I've just got a little blob and put that on the nail, and now I'm taking the brush soaked in isopropyl alcohol and using my gel art brush just to neaten up the shape and just creating the face of that little elf there. So that's now cured for 60 seconds, and as you can see, it doesn't protrude off the nail as much as you'd think it would. We're just creating like a 3D but flat 3D design here. So now I'm going in with a pink and I'm going to create the elf's hat. So I'm going to sculpt it around her face and then I'm going to sort of manipulate it around so it sort of curls round at the top of her head, like you see I'm doing here. I was fanning around and messing around with it way too much. I should have just kind of done it and left it, but ever the perfectionist that I am, I had to have it right. So the reason I love this new gel art brush, it's not supposed to be for this sort of thing, but I find it really great for just getting into tiny little areas that I need to get into, and I found it actually really well for making flowers and petals and leaves. So I'm going in with a snake of white, just the white artisan paint, the white sculptor paint, sorry, and I've just taken a tiny little snake of it and applied it to the bottom of the hat, and now I've taken a tiny little blob and I'm now creating the bobble on top of the hat. I'm taking my dotting tool and creating little make it look like it's fluffy, and just give it a little bit of texture. So yeah, I'm just sort of stabbing away at it or jabbing away at it, whatever, and there was a little bit too much on that bobble, so I took it off. And this is the beauty of these 4D sculptor paints. They don't cure until you put in the lamp. You can take them and remove them if you're not happy with things, and they don't cure until you put them in the lamp. So now I've taken trying to take two same size beads, putting them on the face and creating little eye sockets. Taking the green and making them into little pupils. I can't seem to speak tonight, I don't know what's wrong with me, I think it's a Friday. So I've taken a mixture of the white and the pink and I'm going to create a little nose here. And then in between I do cure for 60 seconds. So I've taken a snake of the green, taken a blob and turned it into a snake of green, and I'm just going to sort of twirl it around to create the strands of the wire of lights, the old style lights. In hindsight I should have done this a lot thinner, but I kind of like the effect, and it was my first time going at it. So I'm taking my artisan paints in black and white, black and pink, and I'm going to create some little rosy cheeks and some little eyeballs, little pupils for my little elf. So I'm going to take Hocus Pocus and just put a little bit on top of that hat to create a little bit of sparkle for her. There we go. So back to the Christmas lights, I'm using orange, yellow, red and bright pink. So I'm going to take a little blob of each and I'm going to apply it to the strand, the wire strand, whatever you want to call it, and just create an illusion of Christmas lights. There's no rhyme, no reason here, I'm just creating little lights on the nails. So back to the little elf, I've taken a blob of green and I'm just going to manipulate a little leaf. I'm going to create 2 of these for the top of her hat. And whilst I'm working on one nail, I'm in and out with the other. So whilst one's curing and then working on the other nail, it is kind of how I work. It's time efficiently. I work in Salon, so I'm used to sort of going back and forward. So I do apologise if the videos are back and forward. I did try and edit it so it wasn't, but I got myself in a bit of a mess. I'm still used to doing editing. So back again with the little elf, I'm just creating the second leaf there. Leaf there. And back to the lights. So with the lights, all I'm doing is just creating little light bulbs. And this one, it could have been bigger, or the other ones could have been smaller. I wish I had. I had to edit quite a bit of this out because the camera angle was I don't know what it is. I'm just adding some holly berries to the little hat, the top of the hat, and that's her done. So yeah, the camera kept on moving. As you can see here, it started moving up and down. It's because I'm away from the camera and had to zoom in, and I was struggling a lot. So I think I'm gonna have to buy a brand new camera because my phone seems to struggle with the movement. I aren't actually moving, it's just the lens. But hey, anyway, so that's it done, bar the highlights that I'm doing now. So I'm just creating just a touch of white with my artisan white paints, and just creating little highlights of those bulbs. I realised I'd done a couple of them a bit too thick. So now I'm going in with my black artisan and creating the bottom of the light bulb where is it a socket or I'm not sure. And just creating little black bits where the light bulb would sit, and then just a little bit of dimension as well to the wire to create, and just to make it look like it, it was 3D, and not just a curled up thing, just creating depth and dimension to it, like you see there. So now I'm taking these, they will be in the description box below, but I got these from Amazon and they're just transfers. I can't paint or draw really fine lines. I am partially sighted, so I struggle with fine lines and stuff like that, and I found that this is a great method. So I've taken my little transfers, decals, whatever you call them, and put them in water, and then I transferred it to my stamper head. You can use any, I use clear jelly stamper, and I'm just transferring it to the head, taking off the excess of the white and then transferring it to the nail. Now I found this the better way because then you don't end up with lumps and wrinkles and struggle with it and what have you, and it is great. So that's what I'm doing here. So I'm just finishing up these nails now, adding the last few snowflakes. I do hope that you're all well and staying safe. As I said, I'm bored because it's lockdown and normally I'd be having clients and stuff like that, but I am enjoying the time off as well. Here I'm taking some base coat and I'm base coating the 3 nails with the snowflakes so that there's no lumps and ridges and stuff. I'm turning them upside down to let the gel settle. And now I'm top coating with the holographic top coat from Nail Chemie. Everything will be in the description box below. My god, look at that sparkle. Everything will be in the description box below. Thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe and take care, guys. Bye.